What's up, Knights of X? Coming back at you hot with the second Coliseum video for the new era. Similar strategy to yesterday with the Crate Dragon, but we're replacing one character. Also want to give a big shout out for the loaned units. I was a little worried about them. They're obviously in a little weird spot, but really creates really cool theory crafting for coming up with different strategies and stuff like that. So I like the theory crafting aspect of it. It makes it interesting and fun to try things out. But the main part, we are here to get you 50% onto the Tomb Raiders. Nice and easy, replacing one character from yesterday that I think is going to make a huge impact for you because he's going to be help tanking some of that damage as well as just being a nice taunt for you. So heading into game, let's get in there and show you guys the strat. So able to get 50% on my free-to-play account. That puts me nice in the realm of in between 91 to 250. So I will take it. Maybe I can get higher on a different shard. I might have a more competitive shard, but I will take 50% with no crystals spent. So the team comp that we're talking about for today is going to be similar to yesterday with Beskar Armor Mandalorian lead, Cara Dune, obviously R5-D4, Gamorrean Guard this time instead of Cad Bane, and Captain Drogon. The reason why I like Gamorrean Guard so much is because he provides an extra taunt to the team, has a very good counter attack with Retribution, and he's tanky. So the tankier he is, the more damage he can take and helps you get onto the later rounds. So this is the team comp. Drogon, phenomenal plug-and-play character. Has burning, can hit twice. Really good basic. His second special, which gives Keen Stratagem, is insanely powerful for Beskar Armor Mandalorian, increasing the damage on his birds. It's a nice cleanse. It's an assist. Very solid team comp. So this is going to be the exact lineup that you're going to want to go for. I'm going to show you guys two separate runs of how I did the strategy. So, whoops, I think I just minimized, but let's head over to the PowerPoint really quick and show you guys, or not the PowerPoint, but the video. Show you guys the video of how I did it. So, as you can see, a level 7 R5-D4, 3-star, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Level 8 era unit. So, we're going to go ahead and show you guys the strat. I have two different runs that I want to show you. So, over here, this is the strategy. You're going to open up with Cara Dune. She's going to do an AoE. Do a basic with R5. Over here, I'm calling Bam to assist with on one of the temple guards. Now, big note here. You see the buff on top of the guards, these like 3 little stacks? The lower stacks they have, the more bit damage they take. But if you deal damage to them while they have no stacks and they use a special ability, you're going to ramp up their damage. So you have to time and play it perfectly when you're using the birds and when you're attacking them with no stacks. The whole strategy is to try to attack them with either 1 stack or 0 stacks when they only have their basic available. You don't want to go hit them with no stacks when they have specials up. So you got to take a quick look over here. The AoE is the most dangerous. That's going to be big AoE 1 popping damage. So do not hit them with 0 stacks when they have an AoE up. This will do a lot of damage, but it's only a single target character getting hit. But this could also stun you, so there's a little RNG with the stuns. But over here, you're going to see the strategy. I go to get just continuing to get the stacks down without hitting them too much without the stacks. So over there, they got a stun on my Gamorrean Guard. A little bad RNG. I'm going to try to get them to 1 stack right here. Now over here, I'm going to go for another Zeffo Guard. I'm attacking the Temple Guard with 1 stack. As you can see, the damage went from, I think, 6 or 5% to 13. That's pretty high. That's a huge part of the strategy. Now, we're getting, again, bad RNG because of the stuns. We got triggered a bonus turn. We're just basicing a Temple Guard to reduce the stacks, but not lower than 0 when they have an AoE up. So again, targeting the sides, go for a big AoE. They're down to 1 stack. Once they're down to 0 stacks, do not touch them again. Wait for them to do a AoE. So as you can see, the AoE did very little damage. It's under 100 because I didn't attack them. Always use the birds when it's up and running. So over here, I go for a nice single basic on the guard on the left. He's going to have his AoE up. So, got to be very careful there. I'm going for a basic. I'm saving the assist. Now, over here, we have the taunt, which is very nice to keep some of your allies alive. That's why I like Gamorrean Guard here. He's doing Retribution as well. He's lowering the stacks. Now, over here, I'm going for a Whistling Birds. Big damage. I go for an AoE. Now, I have to hit someone, unfortunately, or I could just use the taunt ability. I end up going for a basic on the middle guard, but that means I'm ramping up his damage, so you got to be really careful. Over here, I'm trying to go for a different Temple Guard. He's going to end up hitting pretty hard when he comes out of this AoE. So you got to be very careful when you do those abilities. But over here, I'm keeping an eye on the damage immunity. My Gamorrean Guard is not going for a while, so I could have put the damage immunity on him. Cara Dune is pretty healthy, so she's going to be okay. Now we're going to start to lose our R5. Now, over here, I'm trying to remove the stacks. He has one special ability up, so I'm okay. But he ends up killing Drogon. So that is a annoyance, but we're already at 44%. Go to 47 on an AoE. Do a basic on the Temple Guard on the right. They end up stunning Cara. So, getting a little dicey right now, but we're alive. 48% is pretty good. I'm just trying to get to that 50% to get that box, which is very, very nice. So over here, you're going to see when our Beskar Armor Mando takes a turn. That's 49%. I was like, are you kidding me? But we ended up getting to 50% on a basic right there. So this strategy works very well. I'm going to show you guys a second run in just a second. But pretty good. Getting to 50% without spending crystals on a free-to-play account is pretty nice. And as you're going to see, I hit the 50%. So very awesome stuff. Now I'm going to show you guys a second run of how I did it. It's practically the same thing. I think the second run, I played it even more perfect, if that's even a phrase. But over here, trying to get, always put it on BAM. I put the Whistling Birds up. Try to get the stacks down to, 0 without hitting them when they have none. That's the most important part, is do not hit them when they have 0 stacks and there's an AoE or a special ability popping. So over here, I'm trying to get them down to 1 defense. As you can see here, we go from 6% to 14. That's what I like about it. They both had 1 stack of the defensive buff. I hit them. They had 1 stack each, and it went from 6 to 14. So that's a massive Whistling Birds damage. It's huge. Now over here, just trying to whittle down the stacks. The stunning is always going to be RNG. So we ended up getting horrible RNG in this run because they killed our droid immediately. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give up. Let's play this right. We had a very good opening play. Let's not give up. So over here, I go for basics. Keep getting down those stacks. They have AoEs popping. Only 94. That one's 91. They got a big crit on Drogon, unfortunately. So over here, I'm doing basics. Keeping a huge eye on the top right corner for the AoE, the special abilities, as well as how much defense that defensive buff they have is. So over here, calling Cara Dune. Now I'm going to avoid that Temple Guard. But you can see, he has a basic up. So if I used the birds on him, I would have been in really good shape. But now I'm taking a look to see who has birds and who does not. So I'm going for the one on the right. Or who has the AoE popping. So you could time this up a little bit better. But I think I end up managing just okay. So over here, going to the right. Keep whittling down that buff. Now, over here, I see Gamorrean Guard is going to go. So doing a damage immunity right over there would have been a waste, because I saw the turn order on the right, and I knew it was going to be not very good to do it there. So over here, keep removing those buffs. I do end up going for an AoE here, removing turn meter, which is great. And now I'm putting the damage immunity on, I believe, Cara Dune, because she was lower. And I see that they're both going to take turns. So over here, I call the third target to assist, Gamorrean Guard, on the Temple Guard that has no AoE popping up, but he has low stack, so I could do a lot of damage. He ended up doing a 489 crit. If they end up going for BAM twice, that's good RNG for you, because he had damage immunity. As you're going to see here, they're going to start to pop off a little bit. I go for some big damage. That only did 5 damage. And that's a big hit there. Cara Dune is more than likely going to get cooked. Now over here, big AoE. And that's 50%. Just like that on my other accounts. So, did it on 2 accounts. Completely free to play. 50%. Very manageable, you guys. Very manageable for you guys. All you have to do is swap out Cad Bane for Gamorrean Guard. I found great success with it. I think having him on the field is very nice. The extra taunt, the out-of-turn attacks, the tankiness that he provides, very, very nice. So hopefully this one helped you guys as well. If it did, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel, because we are on the road to 10,000 subs. The goal now is May 16th, right before my birthday. Can we get to the 10,000 mark? You guys would be very clutch. So all the new players that aren't subscribed, it's the best way to support me and be notified for future content. So may the force be with you all, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.